At that point, all I wanted to do was get leads. That was it. I just want to get leads and I would sell by myself. But you guys are not only giving me leads, you're also giving me the tools to be able to close those leads in the right way.
Today, I am joined by Tobi. He is an agent in our Agentship Plus program. He has also become a Jucebox partner. And so please welcome our wonderful next guest, Tobi.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I understand why people could be skeptical. I understand.
What do you say to them?
This business is not easy. But one of the things you guys have done is make it easy for me. Because honestly, at that point, all I wanted to do was get leads. That was it. I just want to get leads and I would sell by myself. But you guys are not only giving me leads, you're also giving me the tools to be able to close those leads in the right way, right? So before I joined you guys, I used to sell IUL. Now I sell TFRAs.
What's been that mindset shift for you? What caused that realization for you to go from selling IUL, which is really how 99% of the business does it out there, to now realizing that I need to position this as a TFRA, tax-free retirement account? What was that switch?
So, I mean, this is something I've always known. You do make more by doing right by people, right? But the thing is, with the IULs, I thought I was doing the best thing for people. That's honestly what I thought, but I learned a different way to do it, and here's why. Because a lot of people they don't know that they should be worried about retirement. They don't know that they should be. And then like Jim teaches, and we all of us at Juicebox know, you sell the problem. Like, point out what the problem is, even if they don't know what it is. Point it out, right? But then come to the realization that, like, I mean, not all these people actually need life insurance. Some of them just need a way to save for retirement and save tax-free money for retirement, right? Because my friend and me and two of my colleagues came across an article yesterday talking about how a Roth 401k was a bad idea compared to a regular 401k. And we're just reading that. I'm like, and now we're just like, thank God we know better, because I don't know why anyone would recommend that anyone chooses a non-taxable retirement plan if they have the option to choose a tax-free one. And now with the TFRA using IRS 7702, we can maximize the tax-free retirement income for people, which is one of the greatest things ever, because in retirement, people stop working. They stop working, but they still have bills. They still pay taxes. They pay tax when they go buy groceries. They pay taxes on the gas they buy. They pay property taxes. They renew the vehicle tax every year and stuff like that.
So you brought up something that I really want to hammer on there and highlight, because it was just a really wonderful observation. And I'd be curious, you talked about the forecaster, and so you also mentioned people don't buy products, right? You know this, we all know this at Juicebox. People buy solutions to real problems they're fully aware of and have an intense desire to solve. Yep. So how has the forecaster, our tool that really uncovers a problem, if there is one for the prospect, how has the forecaster changed the way you sell IUL?
Because I mean, I've been able to communicate this concept before, but it's one thing to tell people, it's another thing to show them. So telling people about a cap on the floor, people who don't know the meaning of this terminology, they're like, what's a cap on the floor? So now, oh yeah, the cap means, the floor means you can't lose money. They don't even let me explain the cap. It's like, that's too good to be true. What do you mean I don't lose money? With the forecaster, there's sections of the forecaster that literally show, like, with the graphical style, like, this is what it means not to lose money. And this is what it means side by side if you do lose money. And I'll show you, hey, that red, that's you right now, right there. Right? This green is what I'm trying to do for you. So it might not look like it's the greatest return, because then with the cap is like, but on the some years in the market is good. The market might return 25, but you only get maybe 12 or 15. And like, oh, why is that? But then I said, okay, but in the long term, the fact that you don't lose anything at all puts you on top. So the forecaster helps me show that in a visual way. A lot of people are visual learners. And when you a lot of times you tell people stuff, it goes in one ear and goes out the other. But when you show it to them, they have a better understanding. At least, like, even though they cannot explain it to somebody else, they remember what it looks like. And then I also came up with something that I showed Jim. Like I kind of invented something in the sense of the TFRA summary. So when I get an illustration, I do like a 4 or 5 page quick screenshot, that shows how much they'll be putting in over the course of the during the time they want to save for, and the amount of salary or income that they're likely to receive in retirement. And I explain why the index nature of the account is possible and things like that. So I just send them that like 4 or 5 page summary at the end of our appointments. But I am able to do that because of the forecasting.
Can you quantify what you expect to earn? I know you were on our roundtable event. You were sharing wonderful things about Juicebox at that time, which in part prompted this interview. But I'd be curious to know, like this year going forward, what do you expect to earn from Juicebox alone?
I just two annuities actually just got delivered this week. Total money is like 130 something. So commission from that should be around like 6,000. And the other 4 applications I'm putting in should give me commissions of about like 12 to 15. It depends, because one of my clients wants to put in some extra money, which would increase my amount of upfront commissions. So yeah, so fingers crossed. And I'm actually working on a very big policy right now that Jim helped me with with target premium of 77,000. So single commission from that policy should be around 69,000. So from now, honestly, from now to the end of the year, like especially now that I just turned my marketing back on again, I'm looking at I'm hoping everything goes as planned, between 150 to 200 between now and the end of the year, between June and December. Fingers crossed.
So 6 months, 200. So really expectations for a year of working with Juicebox, 400 is roughly, I think, what you're saying there.
Oh, my next full year will be more, because I'll be in more territories by then. That's for sure.
I'm curious if you could say something to an agent who was thinking about joining Juicebox. They've been consuming our content. They've been educated by us. They've been watching us from afar for a few months. What would you say to that person, knowing what you know now?
Take the plunge. Honestly, just take the plunge. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Because thinking about it this way, anybody who really wants to do this long term, they need 2 things for sure. They need a steady influx of leads. Anybody who wants to do this long term, they need a steady influx of leads, and they need to be able to do it the right way, especially if they want to do it long term. Because any business that's not run the right way will probably not stand the test of time. And Juicebox offers both. Most other lead generation systems out there don't even give exclusive leads. I've literally had a guy tell me, hey, I'm gonna be honest with you, like we would like split these leads between other people in your area, so it's got to be like first come first serve. That's why we're cheaper, but hey, blah blah blah. I'm like, wow, that's actually ridiculous, but at the end of the day, that's just what the industry is. And the other guys who give exclusive leads cost way more than what I pay for Juicebox. Like, and I still have to have my own ad budget. I still pay for them to manage my system every month. So some of them, the cost of just paying them to manage the system every month is what I pay for Juicebox, including leads. And it's amazing, right? Because they don't even offer case planning and all that other stuff. They don't. So what I would say to any agent who's on the fence, what are the 2 things you need? You need leads, because I don't know how your IMO FMO is teaching you about it. You're going to run out of friends and family to sell to at some point, right? So you're going to need leads. You're going to need leads, and you're going to need a system, because with Juicebox, the CRM is awesome. You see your leads in real time. You can track everybody. You know when they came in. You see what they filled out on the survey. You already have an idea of the kind of person that they are before you talk to them. So you already kind of know what they're looking for, right? You have a system that like readies your clients for you, sends them texts, and you can track your calls. You can go back and like look, and you can kind of like do a evaluation for yourself and see like what you can do better. And you can talk to support. They can help you come up with a plan to even help you sell better. And there's so many like recordings of old training calls, like just things like to learn from. And these things will only help you get better. And I mean, and if after you try it and you feel like it's not for you, then that's fine, but at least you tried it. But then again, if you really do try it and you really do get into it, there's no way you're getting back out. It's not possible. You're stuck with us for life.
You're a juicer, is what we would say. And Tobi, I want to just deeply thank you for the time that you spent with us here today. And I've loved to hear about your results and your success. And I know that that's just going to continue. So please keep that work up, keep that juice flowing. And we have just a really long-term, bright future ahead of us.
Thank you, Jared. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much.